Think of your body existing in two phases, your physical, and there is an invisible part, which is your energy. Now, maybe you have experienced this before. When you walk into a room, you suddenly feel tensions. Or maybe when you are just having a heavy conversation, your chest felt so heavy, you feel congestion inside. Or it could be that you feel so relaxed and so feeling in comfortable phase when you are with someone, that someone brings you that certain feeling. If you have experienced any of those, then that's energy. You might not have a name for that before, so now you know it's just energy. And energy healing is a practice that works with that invisible part of you, the one which holds your emotions, your stress, your experiences, your trauma, your unprocessed emotions, and your memories. So when you are dealing with that, okay, a very simple way to imagine energy healing and how it's done and how it impacts you is this. You just imagine there's a water flowing into your body, and this water is your emotions. Now, when you are feeling suppressed, you avoid and you feel overwhelmed, the tendency of this water will be blocked. It will not flow throughout your body. But if you feel light, you feel welcoming, you feel safe, then the water flows easily within your body. So when these emotions or the flowing water get stuck, over time, it becomes or manifests into anxiety, depression, sudden triggers, sudden burst of emotions, and sometimes unexplainable experience of feeling off. You don't need to believe in massage before your muscle actually relax, right? You lie down there, you get your massage, you experience it, and then you feel so relaxed. This applies with energy healing. You don't have to really believe in it first, you just have to allow your body to experience it. But if you are someone who is completely closed, emotionally guarded, or mentally fighting it, then you are not allowing any kind or form of healing, whether it's energy healing, a therapy, or even just a simple conversation. That's why, so when you are engaging in energy healing, you just have to allow the experience, because your body doesn't need your mind to agree first before it responds. You will know how you are accepting or how you are allowing the energy in three phases. You will experience these three phases. First, you will not feel anything. Your body is not responding. Your mind is still fighting and still very active. Second, you feel subtle shifts or changes. So maybe you are relaxing but you are not realizing it. Or maybe the body starts to respond already. And third, you will experience a strong sensation or shift. This time, the body is totally responding, but your mind is still skeptical. As I mentioned earlier, your body will not wait for your mind to agree. It responds as it feels. So healing flows in when you are allowing the experience. And that's the beauty of energy healing. It's not magic. You don't chase manifestations. You clear yourself and they will come to you. You don't manifest what you want, but you manifest from what you feel and what's really happening inside you. For instance, you want to be abundant, you want to be successful, but deep inside you feel like you are not enough. You are scared, you are feeling insecure, and you are not feeling worthy. Then the real emotions, the inner emotion becomes the real thing, and life responds to that. So these emotions are caused by your old emotional wounds, stress that's stored inside your body, unprocessed traumas, or unprocessed experiences. And all these emotions create resistance. So if there is resistance inside you, then you are not manifesting in a space where you are happy, where you feel joy, and where you are accepting the realization of your desires. And this is where energy healing comes in. It helps you clear that stuck emotions in your body. Of course, you can heal yourself. Everyone is gifted power to heal ourselves, and that's the gift. You can just bring yourself to the awareness that you have the power within you, that you can start healing. You can begin with your awareness, your breath works, and everything else that's available to you. Now, the presence of an energy healer will help you amplify the progress. Because we admit it or not, our frustration when we try to heal ourselves is we become lazy, or sometimes we run out of time. So here, the presence of an energy healer will help you. It will help you lessen the tendency to avoid and continue with the healing. Second, it deepens your connection because there is someone guiding you. And third is, if there is a very huge surge of emotion, there is a support system. And of course, there is a structure of healing when there is an energy healer with you. But always remember, energy healing should come first from you by allowing it and receiving it. Well, one of the most common questions that I always receive, what's the difference between Reiki, chakra balancing, and energy healing? Let's tackle it and make it clear one by one quickly. When we speak about Reiki, it's a modality of energy healing. It uses the hands and symbols to help clear all the blocks in your body. Now, chakras are the energy centers of the body. We have 7 major chakras of the body, which we work on if you're an energy healer. And then each chakra responds to definite or specific emotions and triggers. And then, of course, energy healing is the widest, the broadest form. Energy healing can either be Reiki, pranic, quantum healing, breath-based, somatic, and so many more, sound healing. There are a lot of forms of energy healing. Now, if we are going to imagine this is a very clear and simple illustration of that. Imagine your body as your house, and energy healing is the entire system of your body, the entire house energy of your body, electrical wires, right? Now, Reiki is a certified electrician that works on your wirings using a specific structured plan. And then the chakras would be the rooms in your house where each wirings will be placed by the electrician. It works simply like that. And this is how Reiki, energy healing, and chakras are interconnected. Will you be facing something or emotions that you are not ready to face when you are on energy healing? Well, of course, yes. That's part of the process, because when you do clearing or cleansing, all that stored emotions, the traumas, all the unprocessed events or experiences that the healing intends to clear out for you to move life in a very light, very joyful way will have to be eased out or released. So once this is out of your system or on the process of, you will definitely feel a little bit of exposure to that again. So it might come up and then you will be really forced to handle it. Because for you to clear the past, the traumas and unprocessed system, you need to be free from that. But don't you worry. The realization or the emotion that you are not ready to face yet will not come in a form that it has manifested before. So if you have a trauma and then you are doing energy healing, this trigger or this burden or block might manifest before it comes out of your body through different manifestation. It can come out like a physical pain. So maybe you will feel an experience of a headache or pain in certain parts of your body. It's just one way of saying a word from your body that says, hey, I'm releasing this. So feel it the last time and then you are totally free from it. So don't worry and don't be scared. That's part of the process. And if you have a healer with you or a channel of healing with you, then you will have a support and you will be guided on how you go through that. Well, such an intriguing question. Is Reiki or energy healing connected to any religion or faith? Definitely the answer is no. When you engage yourself as someone who wants to experience Reiki healing or energy healing, and if you are also an energy healer, we don't engage into any rituals of any faith or religion. As I've mentioned in the previous videos, it is emphasized that energy healing is centered on our spirituality, our individual way of working and being aware of ourselves, of our limitations, and clearing all the blocks that doesn't allow us to grow or that doesn't allow us to be joyful. So if you are in energy healing, we don't advocate any religion or any faith. For as long as you allow the energy to flow through you, for as long as you allow your body to respond to it or to experience it, then there the energy healing process will just flow. In energy healing, we do more on our breath works, on balancing or doing activities that balance our central nervous system. So there's no way that we are connected to any religion or any faith at all. It's an individual choice.